In today's world, we're connected to a multitude of online services: DoorDash, Facebook, SolarWinds, Microsoft. All of these companies have been the unfortunate recipients of data breaches. The unfortunate thing about it is that it affects us more than some of these companies think. We keep massive amounts of data on these services: credit card data, first names, last names, addresses, email addresses. When you are hacked, it can be a detrimental thing to hear, but you cannot just keep your fingers crossed and hope for the best. You have to take action. This is the Digital Prepper, and today we're going to look at ways that you can take action after one of your accounts has been compromised. If a company you do business with has been hacked, meaning that their computer network has been breached by a third party, you need to think seriously about taking immediate measures to protect yourself. Sure, you could wait to see if there's evidence that you have been hacked, but do remember, it could take weeks or even months or years for the news to come out for some of these organizations, and in the meantime, your accounts could be at risk. Let's take a look at some steps that you can take if you have been hacked or if you suspect that a service that you use has been attacked. Let's talk about how you would know if one of your accounts has been compromised. Well, in most cases, it's pretty obvious, and you should just be able to monitor your accounts for suspicious activity. This can include you looking at odd activity on your bank account, for example. And you would also probably receive alerts from the services themselves that something odd has been attempted on your account. Also, do take a look at the news to see if there's any news regarding those services having data breaches. This does not mean 100% that your account has been compromised, but it is certainly a red flag that you can look out for. The first thing we'll talk about is passwords. Hackers love stealing email addresses and passwords, either together or by themselves. This is because they know that most people are predictable, and they'll use the same password for different accounts. If they do have your email address, then they'll just assume that you're using a simple password like 1234 or password. The first thing you should do is change your passwords. Don't use the same password for multiple services, and do make sure your passwords are strong. By doing this to begin with, you can avoid being hacked in the first place. Do take a look at our video on how to manage your passwords effectively for more information on this. Once you have changed your passwords, consider using two-factor authentication on your accounts. Using this will make it much harder for any hacker to gain access to your accounts and your data. Remember that there is a right and wrong way to use two-factor authentication. See our video on this topic for more. Once you have your passwords situated, now you can work on getting your account or accounts back to normal. Some sites like Facebook, Twitter, even Microsoft have a process for helping you get your account back to normal. All you have to do is go on their website and follow their directions on how to do this. Other places like a bank, for example, might want you to call into their technical support line and maybe answer some security questions in order to get your account back. Remember, time is key here. The sooner you can do this, the sooner you can get your account situated, and the less chance there is of a hacker stealing or using your information. If you are sent any email stating that something is going on with your account, you do want to actually make sure that the people reaching out to you are actually the real people associated with your accounts. Do check the email addresses, or better yet, if you see that kind of email address, don't click any links in the email, just go directly to the source. Call or visit the site directly to make sure that the email itself wasn't fraudulent. The second thing you can do, depending on the situation, is to let your friends and family know that your data has been breached. Again, this does depend on the situation. For example, if your email has been breached, you would let your friends and family know so that they are aware of any emails coming from them might not actually be coming from you. Once you've done this, or better yet, while all of this is happening, you should be working on your device itself. Go ahead and scan your device for viruses. Normally, things like Windows Defender work wonders, but try a second virus scanner as well to double check, like Malwarebytes. You can also make a mental note of what websites have you visited in the past, just in case you may have been on a website that you weren't supposed to be on. You may want to think about just reinstalling your entire operating system. Hopefully you've backed up your data using some of the methods that we do talk about. If not, there are ways to get your data back via services that specialize in recovering data, even from infected drives. Overall, even though these services may suffer from data breaches, security is all about being a responsible digital citizen. The more data you put out into the internet, the higher the chances are of a bad actor using that information to exploit or steal your data. Fortunately, all of these are easy steps that you'll need to take if you suspect or know that your computer or personal information has been compromised. Hopefully, you're able to avoid having this happen to you by taking precautions beforehand. To continue to stay safe, it's very important to break old habits that put you at risk and develop new practices. Many of them are, again, pretty simple steps. You can keep hackers out of your life by making it that much harder for them to find a way in and enhance your digital defenses when you hear that they're hard at work. If you liked the video, don't forget to like and subscribe. If you learned something, and if you have any digital prepping questions that you would like addressed in a future video, comment down below. More digital prepping to come.